Welcome to the pregame show of the 32nd annual Soup or Bowl of Caring. I'm your host, Liam Matney. I want to now welcome in my Hall of Fame partner and 5-time Super Bowl of Caring champion, Tom. Howdy, Tom. How are you?
I'm great. I'm super excited about this year's Super Bowl of Caring. Not to be confused with the boring Super Bowl with teams no one wants in it. As many of you know, the Super Bowl of Caring is a long-standing tradition where our hometown heroes, Alive and Rise Against Hunger, combine forces to take on a long-time opponent and feared rival, Hunger.
Many different teams of youth from all over the country join in this fight to tackle hunger on the big Super Bowl of Caring game day. Let's start by going out to our scouts and getting some quick stats on the opponent, Hunger. Nora, Lexi, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Liam. Any team fighting hunger sure does have their work cut out for them. Let's run some numbers. Do you remember the final score from last year's game?
Yeah, I do. 18-13.
Do you know the significance of those two numbers?
Unfortunately, I do. 18 represents the 18% of children who live in hunger or food insecure households, which equates to about 13 million children.
And what was the point differential from last year's game?
18 minus 13. That would be 5.
Look at that. 5 representing the 5 million food charity recipients who are elderly. They typically all live on fixed income and oftentimes have to choose between their next meal or medical care. Do you know the record for most field goals made in any one Super Bowl game?
4?
That's correct. And how many points would that be?
12?
Correct again. And 12 represents the 12% of people in the United States who live in households considered to be insecure.
This makes me wonder, are we doing our part in food production? Maybe we're the ones to blame.
Believe it or not, our global production is incredible. We produce enough food for 1.5 times more people than will be on the planet in the year 2050.
Really? Go us!
Well, not really. Imagine if a running back put up numbers like that, but never actually ran into the end zone. That's where we're at right now. We've got to cross the end zone and get the food into the hands of the people who need it most. Let's send it back to the studio to see how our OPMH teams can tackle this tough opponent.
Whoa, those are some mind-blowing stats from our scouts. Thanks, guys. It's going to be a tough battle. Let's shift gears and see how this year's Team Alive and Team Rise Against Hunger are preparing to tackle the tough stats Hunger is putting up. Tom, any insight on this?
Wait, are we live?
Yes, we're live, Tom.
No, we're alive, baby! Buckle your chin strap, Liam. It's almost game time. As you all remember, the 2020 and 2021 seasons were especially challenging for our home team, Alive, as they had to face off against hunger numerous times in the midst of a global pandemic, making all the more challenging.
In case you don't know, Alive is the largest safety net in Alexandria City and made up of 49 faith communities whose members seek to put their faith and love to work serving others.
The Alive Food Warehouse provided an incredible 100,000 pounds of food per month last year, which is way up from 30,000 before the pandemic. 8 food pantries in Alexandria City receive food from Alive, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Because of the pandemic, they are needing even more.
That's a great point. The need is great right now, folks, even in our own community. I hear the COVID quarantine program has become busier with the Omicron wave of COVID infections. Your donations on game day will directly help your neighbors in need.
People all over town are gearing up for this year's showdown versus hunger, and we have reporters right down in the action. Let's head down to our sideline reporter, Natalie, who is with some of the Alive team members prepping for Sunday's big game.
Thanks, Tom. Check this out. Right behind me, the Alive team's gearing up to tackle hunger and really build off that incredible feat last year, thanks to their support from OPMH. Come on, they're getting ready. Let's check it out. We're going to need a lot of help to top last year's record, which was over 500 pounds of food and over $6,000. Come on. Oh my gosh, I didn't see you there.
Hey,
so guys, what's going on?
So we have 3 keys to victory this weekend. First one being quart-sized juice containers are smaller. So
Ben, how many boxes can you grab in 10 seconds?
ready, go. Go, 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 packs on. And time. 3 boxes in 10 seconds. Try to beat that at home, guys.
In Alexandria, Alive supports over 3,000 families per month. Oh, hey, what's your guys' second key to success?
Our second key to success is buying jelly and plastic bottles.
Why plastic bottles? Isn't glass better for the environment?
Yeah, well, because, oh no, it's because plastic bottles don't break unlike glass.
To cut down on plastic use, you can use reusable bags when shopping.
Thanks, Natalie. Here we are with Logan, the MVP of the Alive team. Okay, Logan, we heard about the first 2 keys to victory. Tell us about the third and final thing needed for a victory against hunger.
Well, so we got the juice, we got the jelly, and now we have the tuna and crackers.
Dude, that's not tuna. I think they're all out.
Okay, look, you know what we can do? We're gonna go on Amazon, and we're gonna order all this tuna, just like you guys can do the same at home.
That's a great idea, Logan.
Okay, everyone, you heard it here first. Get your pens and pencils and write this down. The 3 keys to success this year are juice containers in quart size or individual size, jelly in plastic containers, and tuna cracker snack packs.
Let's see it.
This is a hard list, but can we handle it?
Yeah!
Thanks, guys. I love the enthusiasm. Okay, now everyone at home, let's see if we can match that energy. Buy those 3 items in your local grocery store or Costco or even order them on Amazon in case those crazy fans have run the stores dry of those items by the time they can get over to the store. You can drop off food to church this Sunday, February 13th, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., or any time the office is open this week or next. Monetary donations can be dropped off to church on Sunday, cash or check, or donate online to the link on the screen. Let's top our record numbers from last year.
I don't know about you, Liam, but I'm revved up. Now let's go check in on the Rise Against Hunger squad to see what they are doing to gear up for a victorious battle against hunger this Sunday.
Here we have one of our MVPs from last year. Can you tell us more about Rise Against Hunger and what made last year so successful?
Well, Rise Against Hunger is a growing global movement to end hunger by empowering communities, nourishing lives, and responding to emergencies. They impacted over 2.8 million people in 2020 across 78 countries. You might remember the name Rise Against Hunger from the meal packing events we had at church before the pandemic.
Are those the events with the hairnets and gong? Gong.
That's right. We form an assembly line and in under 2 hours pack over 10,000 nutritious meals of rice and soy and other nutrients that are then sealed up and shipped to people in need all over the world. In last year's Super Bowl of Caring, we raised enough towards hosting a packing event, and we hope to add to that this year.
And how do you plan to top that performance this year?
Stay tuned to OPMH for details, but plans are in the works to finally have a meal packing event again in the very near future, and if we raise enough money today, we could have a second event later this year. For our second event, we hope to combine forces with another local church to double our production levels while building relationships in the community as well.
Wow, that sounds so exciting. We can't wait to get back to the meal packing events together. Let's check back in with Liam and find out how you can make all this happen.
Thanks, Abby and Zach. I just received word we have behind-the-scenes footage from Team Rise Against Hunger as they warm up. Let's check it out.
Help us rise against hunger!
Let's go!
The time is now. Remember, Alive and Rise Against Hunger are combining forces this year to take down hunger. It is truly going to take an army of fans like you all watching back at home. So gear up for Sunday's game and get involved. Be a part of this year's victory. Although we had a record-breaking year last year, with over $6,000 in donations shared between Alive and Rise Against Hunger, hunger is still fighting back, hard. So it's time to rally again and do our part.
Here's a quick recap. Bring the special 3 items, tuna and crackers, jelly in plastic bottles, in small juice containers to the church on Sunday, February 3rd, between 10 and 2 p.m. or any time next week to the church office. Give money in person on Sunday or online anytime, and do your part to fight hunger and share what you have with those in need. Even if you can't make it in person, it is easier than ever to support from afar. Thank you so much for all of your help, and we'll see you on Sunday.